In 2022, the politicians of Europe took a victory lap. They did the impossible. They unplugged their entire continent from Russian gas, survived the winter, and told the world the energy crisis was over. They told you Europe was finally independent. They lied. They didn't solve the crisis. They just moved the bomb. You cannot negotiate with geography. When Europe blew up the Russian pipelines, they replaced them with ships, massive floating thermos bottles carrying liquefied natural gas cells, LNG. And where does the absolute lifeblood of that new gas supply come from? Qatar. Look at the map. To get from Qatar to the heating grids of Germany, every single one of those ships must pass through a strip of water, just 21 miles wide, the Strait of Hormuz, right off the coast of Iran. Europe didn't achieve energy security. They traded a pipeline controlled by Putin for a maritime hostage situation controlled by Tehran. Let's run the math of a Middle East war. If American or Israeli jets strike Iranian soil, Iran doesn't need to fire a single missile at Paris, London, or Berlin. They simply drop naval mines into the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the entire global supply of LNG instantly stops moving. The floating pipeline dies. And here is the terrifying checkmate reality for Europe. If the strait closes, they are completely trapped. The Red Sea is already choked by the Houthis. The Russian pipelines are destroyed. There is no backup valve left to turn off. Within weeks, the industrial heartland of Germany physically halts. The power grids buckle. The continent freezes. Europe is acting nervous because they know the brutal truth. In this war, they aren't a superpower. They are just the collateral damage waiting for the lights to go out. Stop watching the politicians. Watch the ships.